Oh, it's Monday. That means we do a roundup of everything good that happened last week. It's in the newsletter, but I'm going to do it here for you too. You ready? Drum roll, please. Joe Biden raised more money from grassroots donations in the month of January than he has since his re-election campaign launch. A judge in London threw out Donald Trump's lawsuit that charged a British spy with making false and scandalous claims about him. A federal appeals court unanimously rejected Trump's claim that he's immune from prosecution for actions he took while he was president. The U.S. Senate finally confirmed President Biden's nominee to the EPA's Air and Radiation Office. He was being blocked because Republicans objected to his stance on climate change, as in, he wants to address it. Ronna McDaniel is leaving the RNC. A three-judge panel, two of whom were appointed by Donald Trump, ruled that Jeffrey Clark cannot delay the D.C. bar's efforts to discipline him. The Environmental Protection Agency is strengthening limits on fine particulate matter, one of the nation's most widespread and deadly air pollutants. Michael Mann, a prominent climate scientist, won his long-standing legal battle against two right-wing bloggers who had defamed him. Jenna Ellis is increasingly attacking Trump and other MAGA Republicans. Prescription drug costs are falling this year for more than 1 million seniors, in many cases by many thousands of dollars. A New York trial court rejected the Republican Party's challenge to New York State's mail-in voting expansion laws. Amtrak received a $500,000 grant from the government for a high-speed rail project between Houston and Dallas. The Biden-Harris administration announced a $5 billion investment in semiconductor research and development. The IRS is expecting to collect hundreds of billions of dollars more in overdue and unpaid taxes than they expected thanks to the new funding Democrats gave them. California fast food workers have formed a new union. A man who crashed his car into an Illinois abortion clinic and tried to set it on fire was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Democrats in the Virginia State House defeated a near-total abortion ban. Elections matter. The new CBO report found that rising immigration will add about $7 trillion to the economy. Mike Johnson was humiliated repeatedly. As of January 1st, everybody in France must compost their food. Greece is legalizing same-sex marriage. Thanks to wildlife corridors and conservation efforts, jaguars are reappearing in the American Southwest. The Department of the Interior received $18 million in funding for the preservation of native seeds. Barclays Bank pledged to stop directly funding new oil and gas projects. We're going to move their capital towards companies supporting decarbonization instead. The Louisiana legislature has to draw new statehouse districts that don't violate the Voting Rights Act. The FCC outlawed robocalls that contain voices generated by AI. Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont announced that his administration will be canceling medical debt for about 250,000 eligible residents. Once more under the category of elections matter, Democrats in Virginia have defeated all 11 anti-trans bills that Republicans brought up in this session. And for the first time, the stadium the Super Bowl took place in was powered entirely by renewables. Okay, that's all I can fit this go-round. If you want to read the whole list, it's in my link tree. And don't forget to share the good news, because if we don't celebrate all these wins, what's the point in having them?